Have you ever looked around and felt like everyone else is moving forward except you? You scroll through social media and everyone seems to be hitting milestone after milestone. They're achieving their dreams, reaching their goals, and yet you feel like you're standing still. It can feel lonely, it can feel unfair, but let me tell you this. There's nothing wrong with you. Your timing is simply different, and there's power in that. The Bible tells us clearly in Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. This means that every single moment of your life has a purpose, even the seasons of waiting. God's timing may not always match your expectations, but it's never wrong. What feels like a delay is often God protecting, preparing, or positioning you for something greater. He sees what you can't see and knows what you don't know. If He's asking you to wait, it's because He's working things out perfectly for your good and His glory. Also, Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11 says, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Notice how it doesn't say your time or their time. It says it's time, meaning God's time. The Creator of the universe, who holds the stars in place, also holds your story. His timing is never late, even when it feels like it is. When we compare our lives to others, we're measuring a unique journey against someone else's highlight reel. Comparison robs us of gratitude, steals our joy, and distracts us from our purpose. Galatians 6:4 reminds us to pay careful attention to your own work, for then you will get the satisfaction of a job well done. God doesn't call you to walk someone else's path. He calls you to walk yours. In Jeremiah 29 verse 11, God says, For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Notice how God says He knows the plan, not us, not the people around us. The truth is, God's plan for you is different from anyone else's. Your path isn't meant to look like your friends, your neighbors, or anyone you follow online. When you compare your life to someone else's, you forget that God is writing a completely unique story just for you. Comparison distracts us. It steals our peace and makes us doubt God's timing. But the plans He has for you are good. They are specific to you. And yes, they require trust and patience, but they are worth the wait. God is often working in ways we can't see. The waiting season is not wasted. It's preparation. He's building your character, strengthening your faith, and setting you up for something greater than you could imagine. I know it's not easy. When you see others moving forward, you might wonder if God has forgotten you. But I want to remind you of this. He hasn't. Psalm 27 verse 14 says, Wait for the Lord. Be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord. Trusting His timing doesn't mean you stop working or dreaming. It means you stop rushing and start resting in Him. Your story is not on pause. God is at work in every detail. What feels like a delay to you might just be God protecting you from what's not meant for you, or preparing you for what is. So if you're feeling behind, remember this. You're not. You are exactly where you're meant to be. Your timing is not broken. It's just different. And that difference is where God's glory shines brightest. Trust Him, trust His process, trust His timing, because the God who created the stars, the oceans, and the seasons also created a perfect plan for you, and when the time is right, His promises will come to pass. You'll look back and realize that it was worth the wait. But you must know, waiting on God's timing doesn't mean sitting still. It means trusting Him while you work, grow, and prepare for what He's promised. Take responsibility for what's in front of you and let God handle the rest. Don't forget your timing is different. Also, never forget, Jesus loves you.